Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Joined by Coach, looking at the starting five for Boston. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's the Beast in a shooting guard. And for the Pistons, Ivy's out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's George. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the 5. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
The Beast. The rebound by Stewart. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Here's George. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
Outside Tatum. Pass to the Beast. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Pistons. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
Yeah, but those are the games you can learn from. You see where you are now and where you need to get to.
And here's Detroit. The ball's knocked loose. Now here's Duren. 11 points for him last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance. Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
There's Tatum with the 3. That shot missing. For Detroit, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Schroeder passes to Duren. No good with a layup.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Holiday passes to the Beast. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Yeah, just an instinctual pass by Holiday. The moment he saw the opening, he was moving the ball.
The Beast has gone 1 for 2 from deep. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing. To develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Let's go with a 3. He buries it from 3.
Hot off the pass, Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Pass to the Beast. Banked it in off the glass. The Beast has got 9 points.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
The teardrop, and Schroeder lays it in. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Tatum passes to the Beast. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. 5 on the clock. Here's Tatum. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And here we go, the Celtics on the run.
Holiday's firing. Tough to keep up.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far. And the Celtics in possession here. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Ivy. Then it's Asar Thompson. Then there's George. And it's Duren in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Detroit starting the second.
Well, there's an explosive move off the dribble. Asar Thompson and his brother are next-level athletic.
The Beast, good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Pistons trail by 4. And here's Ivy from the arc. And Pritchard pulls it down. Well, the Celtics shooting pretty well at 45%. Back to Brown. The Beast passes to Brown. Here's the Beast. Shot clock at 6. Hey, puts up a 3. Doesn't go there. Now he's 6 for 9. Now here's Schroeder. The D's right on him. Boston pulls it in. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And that one drops.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Tatum passes to the Beast. Here's Porzingis. What a finish from Porzingis.
Well, just by hitting the offensive glass, Porzingis can pick up a lot of extra points.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He tallied 32 points, and that was a season high for him. They were thrilled to see him step up and dominate. Can he do it again here, guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
George against Brown. Here's Thompson. Thompson, the second chance points on the tip in. Thompson's got 6 here in the quarter.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
The leaner inside. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
Yeah, the closer Tatum gets, the easier it is for him. His touch is just so good.
Detroit calls timeout. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Waters checked in for Thompson.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
With the assist.
Here's Tatum. Duren with the rebound.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's the Beast. A 32-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Well, and the amount of turnovers he forced as well. very aggressive on the defensive end.
Rebounded by the Pistons. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
And missed free throws are killers, especially when you consider how many they missed. Hopefully, they stay late to practice after that one.
Pistons trail by 6. Here's Schroeder. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to the Beast. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by George.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Now Duren. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
And Boston calls time here. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just...
First half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Celtics up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Pistons. It's a 3-point game. On the floor for Boston. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then it's Jaylen Brown. And it's the Beast in at the 2. Tatum passes to the Beast. Tatum looking it over. Beyond the arc. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Now Schroeder. Pass to Ivy. Holiday against Schroeder. Clock at 6. Tatum with a steal. All alone on the break. Counted. And now an 8-point Boston lead.
And don't forget, that steal from Tatum ignited the break. Much easier to score off the turnover.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Tatum pulls it in.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Here's the Beast. George defending. The Beast passes to Tatum. Shoots over Stewart. Out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And as we're halfway through the season, let's see how the power rankings are shaking out. You take a look at the Knicks. They've come down in the rankings a little, landing in the 5th spot for now.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're in a terrific position right now, but one that still falls short of their own expectations for how they thought this year would go.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. They double-team George. Ivy outside to halt the run. And here's Schroeder outside. Nails it from 3. Schroeder's got 9.
They can finally relax after missing their first 4 shots to start this half.
Holiday passes to the Beast. It's Brown on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Boston scoring again.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Pass to George on the wing. Ivy. Back to George for 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game. From downtown, and And again, Boston with the triple.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
Detroit calls timeout. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. The Pistons making a switch here. Waters checked in. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. George against Brown. George's shot is off. Celtics lead by 12. Brown in the high post. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches...
The Celtics shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. Then there's Jaden Ivey. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's George in at the three. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Tatum. The shot that time not on target. Some solid defense from Stewart. Ivey passes to Thompson. Up top, Stewart. It's stolen by Tatum. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
A nice shot by Ivey.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivey will not be stopped.
Holiday passes to the Beast. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. The Beast has got 20.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Now here's Ivey. He's closely guarded. Pass to Thompson. 6 to shoot. He gets it in there. Ivey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's fantastic body control. Ivey's showing he can take hits while shooting.
To the left side wing. Here's the Beast. Ivey defends. George against Tatum. Thompson with a steal. And here's Ivey from the arc. The rebound, Celtics.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
The Beast shot is off. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Shoots over Brown. And here's Schroeder outside. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's the Beast. Defended by Thompson. Here's the Beast. No good off the back of the rim. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. To the wing, right side. And here's Schroeder outside. And again, the Pistons missing. Well, the Celtics shooting at a respectable 49%. Here's Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, you'll see teams try to bump Porzingis around. Didn't work that time.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track. Okay, nice crossover, but it means nothing if you can't complete the shot.
Brown looking around. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep it.
And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Waters comes in for Fontecchio. Beasley's checked in for Ivy. And Sasser's subbed in for Schroeder.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And tonight, a fantastic effort to deliver their 48th win of the year.
They were well prepared coming in and showed a real competitive streak.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jason Tatum.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
34 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. It's White with a drive. Pass to Cornette. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by Boston. And here's Beasley. Sasser with the ball. Tries to break his ice. That shot, no good. And here's White. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson.
I know you said you just got into it about a year ago, but do you go into it as a single player or do you run with a squad when you play?
Both. I like playing by myself. Sometimes I, challenge myself to get my game a little bit better, sharpen my skills. But I also just love to invite some friends and we'll jump on like the 3v3. And it's just a chill experience. So a little bit of everything.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. And for the Celtics, the small and power forward, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's the Beast, and there's Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in at the point. And guys, this is a game we've had circled on our calendar.
Two of the hottest teams in the league. They've been playing terrific of late. I'm looking forward to this one, partner.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot.
Wow, splash it in from the mid-range, Donovan. What a pretty shot.
Here's Boston now, and with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's the Beast, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Back to Tatum. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The Beast. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mitchell outside. They grab their own miss. Mobley misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The Beast passes to Brown. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Here's Mobley. After the made shot from the Beast, Mitchell's shot is good.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Pritchard passes to the Beast. 3-pointer on the way. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And here is Garland, following the 3 from the Beast. Hunter finds Allen. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
For 3, Hunter. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Brown. Pritchard passes to the Beast. From the arc. Hunter grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 5. To the middle. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a... Boston leading by 5. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's the Beast. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Tatum. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. The Beast can't hit. And here's the break. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Brown the pass to the Beast. To the inside. Porzingis. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Well, you love to see Porzingis battling through contact down low. That's a tremendous finish.
Mitchell wide open. The offensive rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Down low. Pritchard gets the bucket. And now a 7-point Boston lead.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Mobley after the basket by Boston. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And it's off from 3-point range. Boston leading by 7. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Shots good by the Beast.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from 3.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Over to the left wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trailblazers.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against Detroit had a huge game. He scored 20 points, and he was a two-way player, causing the opponent headaches on offense and defense. When this team is playing together and playing for one another, they're a force. Kevin?
All right, David. Greg, we'll see if tonight follows suit. I'm sure he's looking forward to the challenge.
I think he'll be ready. He's in a groove. The confidence is insane. Boy, it's a good place to be.
No doubt. He is locked in, seems so comfortable with where his game is at. Boy, has he been fun to watch.
The Beast can't hit.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Garland.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior is so important.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's the Beast, covered by Mitchell. Porzingis, fader on the way. That one good for 2. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 7. Mitchell outside. And they recover it. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out, and the game becomes more dangerous.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cade is checked in. Josh Hart comes in for Jaylen Brown. Derek White's checked in for the Beast. And it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard. Now here's White. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. There's the triple. And again, Boston with the triple.
Love to see Derek White go right up.
First half of play. Boston on top, up 10. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The Cavaliers, 45. And your Celtics, you next team.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
So on the floor for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. Now here's Tatum. Passes to the Beast. Back to Tatum. Up against it inside. Tatum fights through. Hatchets his way to the rack.
Well, with the high release point, Jason Tatum can be calm under duress on the interior. That's nice.
Garland is double. Mobley wide open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got assist number 5 here tonight. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. They get it again.
They're doing work. Here's the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Celtics leading by 5. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Pritchard. Here's the Beast. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. That's 12 points for the Beast.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
The 3 from Garland. Rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brown outside. That's his 6th field goal today. That makes him now 6 for 11.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Garland. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's the Beast, covered by Mitchell. To the paint. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Here's the Beast. The shot's good. Brown making the play. The Beast's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Hunter. Holds it up there for Mobley. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Allen outside. Back to Garland. And nothing is falling for him right now.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And again, Boston with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And Cleveland making a change here. Conley's checked in. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jason Tatum.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now, here's Garland. And that one, good. Garland's got his second bucket of the night.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Boston.
Here's Pritchard. Tries again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Boston, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And the Celtics making a change here. White's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Tyson's checked in. And it's a Okoro in for Mitchell. Here's Tyson. 10 points for him. Inside, Allen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
How about Jarrett Allen showing unequivocally he is an all-star caliber big man? Boy, with his size and athleticism and length, he has proven he can make an impact on both ends.
That free throw good from Allen. Boston making some changes. Hart, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard. And Allen drops them both. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come. It is definitely getting younger. Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic, loves to compete, love it.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line with 1 shot.
And that one misses. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jaylen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Allen. 6 points for him. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Boston making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Sam Merrill. He's checked in for Cleveland. Here's Brown. It's Hart on the wing. Conley against Holiday. Back to Brown. Fires from deep. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. Conley against Holiday. And they get it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Holiday.
Mike has specialized over the years in being able to get defenders committed. Nicely done.
Conley, 2 shots.
That's good from Conley. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Now, here's Brown. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, White goes up with a strike. A second chance effort, and Queta gets it to go. Queta's got his second basket of the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Hart's got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's 45 seconds left in the third. He kicks to White. Shot clock at 6. Now the pass to Holiday. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. There's Jerome, and it's blocked. Holiday with it. He's got 5. That's too hard. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more at 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Good, nice job down low. Here's Merrill. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Okoro's shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And there it is for him.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now.
Celtics foul. Sam Hauser.
Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Celtics, Peyton Pritchard.
On defense, the Celtics. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Lock at 6. Got a piece of it. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Hauser. Passes it to Queta. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Pritchard. Shoots over Merrill. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Now Merrill knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
To the left side wing. Here's Shireman, covered by Okoro. Pass to Cornette. Second shot opportunity. Banked in off the glass.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Merrill with the ball. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top-quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Wade misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
That one goes. Count it.
All right, he's got to quit while he's ahead. He got away with it there, but the crossover usually gets him into a bit of trouble.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Pass to Tyson. 5 to shoot. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Pritchard. He's defended by Merrill. To the wing right side. Over to the wing. Here's Shireman. Here's Pritchard. And Okoro pulls it down. Pass to Tyson. There's the try.
Well, Okoro is a team-first guy that wants to involve his teammates. Pretty pass there.
Here's Pritchard. And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
Holiday, the pass to the Beast. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Conley. The layup missed. The Celtics have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Shot from 12. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Holiday has the mid-range in his arsenal, boy. Doesn't matter where he is on the floor. You better contest.
The pass to Merrill. Gets in there. Conley with the assist. Merrill's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Cavs. The Celtics shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Beast.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Down low. Here's the Beast. He's defended by Merrill. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Holiday, the pass to the Beast. Up and in on the way.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
For 3.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to the Beast. Fires away from outside. That one misses. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant. Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier, anxious to get down to business with this road battle looming. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Now Denver's starting 5. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. And for the Celtics, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Drew Holiday. And it's the Beast in a 2-guard. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Now Holiday. Pass to the Beast. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Holiday. From behind the arc. Knocks down the triple.
Well, from three-point range, Holiday can really be effective now. He's worked on that part of his game over the years and forces the defense as a result to have to come out and guard him at times.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Brown. The 3-ball. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Holiday against Murray. The Beast shot is off. And it's Jokic with the ball for the Nuggets. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Here's the Beast. In the game against Cleveland, very impressive. He shoots a 3. And again, Boston with the triple. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. And obviously, facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play. So Holiday will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. Boston shooting their first foul shot of the game. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Now here's Tatum. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Again, Boston.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Murray against Holiday. And here's Murray. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
And it's Tatum missing.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Tatum pulls it in.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's Tatum, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Murray.
The only time he should take a shot like that, shoot around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
Shot is good by Gordon.
Well, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot, even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
And that one good.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Holiday against Murray. Back to Porter. Jokic in the post, working on Porzingis, and it's Jokic missing.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Brown passes to the Beast. Jokic grabs the board.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Here's Murray. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. Tatum passes to the Beast. Shots blocked.
You know, one area where I think Porter Jr. has surprised a bunch of folks is his shot blocking. I mean, he's got a natural knack for doing it.
What do you think of the possibility of the All-Star game changing its format to be USA versus... And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then there's Drew Holiday. And it's the Beast in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
It's good.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Nuggets trail by 14. Murray passes to Jokic. Healed on the wing. Launches it. And again, Denver with a 3.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
Outside, Brown. To the wing on the left. Here's the Beast. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. The Beast's got 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Strother from the arc. Tatum pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Rebounded by Denver. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Knocked loose. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Brown. Oh, look at Tatum. What a finish.
Tatum hanging around the basket. Got the board and bucket.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Cavaliers just played phenomenal. He dropped 24 points, and he helped stretch things out with a few three-point buckets. You'd love to see him build on this effort. He showed he can dominate. Next step is to do it with consistency, guys.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
Here's Hield, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston leading by 13. Here's the Beast. Good to see it fall for him. Now 3 for 9.
He's really a good passer for a big man, guys. Porzingis very solid in setting up his teammates.
Here's Hield, and that one is stuffed right through.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Nuggets trail by 15. Hield on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the Beast. And the three-pointer goes. The Beast's got 11 points.
The defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. To the middle. And it's Hield that time on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 7 assists in the game.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet.
Offensively, he's getting it done.
The Beast, good.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Denver has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Jokic. Over to the left wing. Strother sends it home from three-point land.
3 points.
Strother's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking with officials, in my mind. It takes away.
So it's Boston in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Building this lead up in large part because of how well.
48. And please give a big round of applause for your Celtic youth dance team.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nuggets trail by 13. On the court for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Porter in at small forward.
I think when you're guarding Murray, you're always worried about his jump shot, but he's also deadly off the bounce, so pick your poison.
Here's Brown. Oh, okay. We see you, Jalen. Strong in traffic.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
A shot by Brown, no good.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Inside, here's Brown. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
5 to shoot. He tries for 3. Not going to go that time. And so Porter will bring it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 13. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court.
Porter Jr. getting flash, and check him out, using a tricky dribble to get the best of the defender there.
Here's Brown. And too long on the shot. Nuggets trail by 11. And he lobs it up top. And Gordon with the big finish.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Outside Holiday. Pass to the Beast. Puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by Boston.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
There's Tatum with the 3. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Murray from outside. Boston pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's the Beast. 13 points in the game. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks Sally. And Boston calls time here. Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
And here's Denver. They're on a 13-4 run. Pass to Brown. Poke loose. Tatum against Porter.
You know, over his first couple of seasons, Tatum has really increased his trips to the line, playing more aggressively.
These are his first free throws of the game. And that one falls. Here's Murray. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's the Beast in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Brown taking on all challenges. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
So it's Denver now. 19-point game. Here's Brown. That shot is off. Brown with some nice D. Pass to the Beast. The 3. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Right wing. Here's Brown. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
This is exactly what an MVP candidate looks like. Jokic can carry the team, yet totally unselfish.
Holiday looking for an opening. To the paint. Here's the Beast. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. And the Celtics lead by 19.
High value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
The Nuggets have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Here's Murray. Count the basket.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Here's Tatum. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
Nuggets trail by 19. Murray passes to Jokic. Off the mark there with a 3. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Right side Tatum. Pass to the Beast. Hey, from beyond the arc. Porter pulls it in. And it's Porter with the ball for Denver. To the inside. Brown with some nice D.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's the Beast. 3-pointer. Knocks it down from distance.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, BA.
Down low. Here's Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Assisted by
Murray's got his 9th assist of the game now. Tatum inside, defended by Gordon, and the layup falls. Tatum's got 10 points in just the second half.
The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Here's Brown. The layup off target. Celtics lead by 22 to the middle. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, this team takes on a different attitude when Porzingis imposes his will like that. His energy and attitude, infectious.
Here's Brown. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Third personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And you can't overlook all their points at the foul line. Getting into the body and making the officials blow the whistle.
Right side, Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Well, don't let his position as a point guard fool you now. Holiday can flush it with ease.
The Nuggets shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Murray passes to Jokic. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up really quick playing against older competition at that age. There's no debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And Boston with some changes. Queta comes in for Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Hauser in for Drew Holiday. Watson, he's checked in for Denver. Hield comes in for Brown. Porter from outside. Here's Jokic. A clear look for Murray. And again, it's Denver missing.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Out left to the wing. Here's the Beast. Hey, expanding his range. Sinks it from distance. The Beast's got 22.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Here's the teardrop, and it's in there.
And I like whenever Hill attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
Here's the Beast. Outside Tatum.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Queta, covered by Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the Beast. No good on the triple. Denver has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Murray. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's the Beast. From down in the low post, it goes. 24 points for him.
Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense
for the Celtics.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And this win gives them a sweep of the season series. They only met twice, but they'll have bragging rights for at least another year against the Nuggets.
And you love to get contributions from unlikely sources. It was a bit of a breakout game for the Beast.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's the Beast. Pass to Hauser. Here's Tatum. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And the shot goes down.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. any hope of a comeback diminished.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it.
Boston ball. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.